I worked with a company building an incentive program for them for several years. It was a manufacturer. They were making a huge effort towards bringing their manufacturing employees closer to the office, because there was this kind of very old South Africa divide between the office employees and the guys on the factory floor. And so they implemented this rewards program along with a whole bunch of other things. But I had this nagging feeling that something about the program wasn't working, and we were the experts brought in to implement this program. At the same time, I was doing my MBA, and so I decided to do my research project on this company. And I went in and sat with people and had long individual interviews with people who had benefited from the rewards on this program. And we thought it was a super fun program. People were winning Weber Bries and vouchers and all kinds of cool stuff. And it had seen great uptake, but I had this nagging sort of hypothesis. So I went to ask people, what do you think about receiving a team reward versus an individual reward? And universally, every person I talked to disliked receiving an individual award. Now, the irony was that we were driving most of the budget into those individual rewards, because our assumption from our, tower was to say, people want to be called out for being excellent, and they want to stand head and shoulders above the rest. And there was a sense of communalism, because they worked on a production line, that led them to be really uncomfortable to be singled out, because their success was so deeply tied in with their teammates' success in the particular work that they did. And there was obviously a lot of cultural nuance in there that I didn't dive deeply enough into. But it was just another example of totally misunderstanding the people that we were serving. And for me, that's been a lesson that's carried me through a bunch of things, is you really have to understand what you're doing and the impact of what you're doing. Because a good portion of the rewards budget was actually having the total opposite effect than what we had intended. It was demotivating people. It was calling them out among their peers in an environment where they wanted to be rewarded as a team unit. So the irony there is we did have team rewards, but they were smaller ones. We would give everybody on the team like a 50 Rand shopping voucher or whatever. And actually we had the budget to do much more for those teams, like team bries and higher value vouchers. A lot of them had said to me, in fact, that they would like to have a celebratory event as a team, rather than being singled out for some bigger prize. So, you have to listen to people, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily something that carries across to loads of businesses. What you have to do is take the time to have the conversation and understand what is motivational to people and what will get that better performance out of them. And so it's quite simple. One of the bits of research that I always found fascinating was, before every rewards program, we'd do a ranking. Which rewards would you like best? And always in the top 5, among the glitzy vouchers and cash and all of these kinds of things, was certificates. And it's a piece of paper with your name on it that you get to go home and show your family, that people value along the same lines as getting a couple of $100 to go to the supermarket. Very, very interesting. And so it's worth asking the question at the beginning and understanding what is exciting to people.